Hello?
Mr. Russell, this is Marie. A pleasure to speak to you.
Oh, Miss Chu. The pleasure's all mine.
I was notified of your arrival. I hope you had no trouble getting in.
No, none at all.
I'm very sorry for the short notice, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. There's a lot to talk about. Listen, I'm on my way down. Please meet me on the middle bridge.
Sure. So, how do I get there?
Please take the orange wing. The elevator on the right. Jess, please help him to the bridge.
Of course.
Jess here will open the elevator and get you to the right floor. I'm coming down now. Meet you there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Bye.
I guess they use a lot of these to navigate inside the building. I would have expected more electric chargers here, although this is the visitors' parking area. Nice cars. They must be running an independent research project. I would have expected more electric chargers here, although this is the visitors' parking area. Not very crowded, but okay for a Sunday. Employees only. Not very crowded, but okay for a Sunday. Nice cars. They must be running an independent research project. It's being repaired by a robot. Need a hand? I guess they use a lot of these to navigate inside the building. An entrance to the AI Research Center. Neural implant section. The AI Research Center. From prosthetics to automated farming.
Mr. Russell, we finally meet. I appreciate you coming on such short notice.
Miss Chu?
You seem surprised.
Sorry, I didn't know you,
That I spoke without moving my lips?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the amazing scientists in here, I can. And just by thinking. I'm playing with these voices, but they're all still a bit off. My voice was more nerdy. This one feels wiser. And more empowered somehow. I guess we need to have some of our AIs learn more types of people. It's interesting, though. After all this CEO business, most people in our field have seen me talking somewhere. I guess that means you are really immersed in your own research. I like that.
I guess I am.
Indeed. It took some time to reach you. You seem to be off the radar. If it weren't for the echoes of your research in the science community, I would have thought you were a ghost. At least by today's social network standards.
Probably not a coincidence. It's too easy to get distracted these days.
Indeed it is. I actually find a lot of that in here. The need to focus. Everybody is building something. They have a goal that is beyond traditional ambitions. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of. Please, follow me. You see, Mr. Russell, any good we're trying to do here is in danger. If you look through these windows, you'll see the substance of what the future will be made of. Automated farming, clean energy development, bold advancements in medicine. And here is our latest and most ambitious project. The first prototype of large-scale, AI-designed automated construction. Many local uses, but useful in other worlds as well. But these are delicate times. Every step we take is a war we must fight against ignorance, mediocrity, fear. We need all the help we can take. Building a good future is 25% human ingenuity, and the rest is all politics. You see, Mr. Russell, someone like you could help us in this fight, both on a political and scientific front. 1 second, Mr. Russell. Yes. Can't it wait a few minutes? Okay. Hold the call. I'll be there. You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Russell. Even Sundays I have urgent calls. Please meet me on the executive level. I should be ready in a few minutes. Jonas at reception will send you the right way.
No idea what's behind these doors. A military vehicle? I wonder what kind of research goes on there. My lab's down there. A private runway.
Hello. You need clearance first. Please use the scanner in front of me and you'll be good to go.
No idea what's behind these doors.
Hi, please put your hand on the glass so we can give you clearance. You're good to go. You can use elevator A.
Automated building construction with generative design. Supposedly they can adapt to any terrain. Joanna's office.
Hi. You can find Miss Marie in her office.
Mr. Russell, I'm glad you made it up here. Please, close the door for me. I hope you had time to see a bit of what we're doing here. I wanted you to see it firsthand. There is so much prejudice out there regarding our mission. The best way to break it is to talk face to face, to be open about everything.
I agree. Transparency is appreciated, and it's proven to be a good strategy for you.
It has. When we first started, we didn't know where we were going to end up, the challenges we would face. As a young woman, I was naive, thinking most people would pull to the same obvious side. Better life for everyone. Progress, justice, and the success of humanity against all odds. But in truth, it requires massive amounts of strength and sacrifice to try to make things better. Yesterday, for example, an article came out saying that I oppose public spending on adapting streets for wheelchairs. Which is true. Why would you spend resources on adapting the world to such an old invention? When we are months away from making people like me not only talk by thinking, but walk. It is about spending public resources wisely. But this so-called journalist made it look like I was disregarding poor people. Because I live in a wheelchair-friendly rich world. Ha. Then all social media, even the government laid into us. And meanwhile, other economies are beating us in everything. And we have the TSB breathing down our necks. Let me ask you something. Has the TSB reached you already? I heard they're meddling with academics as well.
Yes, they are.
They move fast. I hope they aren't being as obtrusive with you as they are with us.
On a different scale, but I know what you mean.
Exactly. I'm glad we agree here. This is one of the reasons I invited you, Mr. Russell. I admire your research, and you face the same challenges we do, but on a different scale. We think a partnership would be very beneficial.
A partnership? You mean a job? Here at GoAT?
A job? No. A partnership. We're offering a very unique position here. A chance to direct your own projects. Very generous resources, and the power and freedom any smart scientist would ever want. Think of the other benefits. We're a tech company, with no connections to the pharmaceutical industry. I know that you already challenge their status quo and the effectiveness of their drugs. We can protect you from them, and make your research widely known. The benefits of working together are limitless.
And in return?
Two things. One is the sheer value of your expertise in the AI field, and the other is political support. A well-respected academic like you that has always been outside of the corporate world. That is what the public needs to see.
So, I would be a political asset, and in exchange you would give me resources.
That would be a cold way of viewing it. The warm way, which is how I'd like to think about it, is that together we can make the world a better place. Great minds like us need to unite and work together. And this is the place where you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
Unless the TSB gets in the way.
Politics is the other part of the equation. The biggest part, probably. When the time comes, everything will come down to ideology. I want you to be on the right side, unless you think the TSB will avoid the upcoming problems by simply putting a lifetime brake on every possible development.
We need a little risk if we're going to progress.
That's the answer I wanted to hear, Mr. Russell. The way I see it, regulation is supposedly what keeps us safe from the dark side of technology. But regulation isn't the problem. The problem is who creates those laws, and why. Given the current state of affairs, I don't trust the government's intentions. The law reacts, and it's always late. I understand they want to get ahead. The stakes are too high. A single mistake could cost the world everything. But they don't seem to be in the prevention business. They just want control. And God knows what they could do with what we create. They have their own agenda. So yes, regulation could be good, on paper. But in my opinion, that is not what's going on here. Besides, politicians, philosophers, intellectuals, they all had their chance. And they left us a world so advanced on one hand, and almost dead on the other. So yes, I don't appreciate them breathing down my neck while we try to fix their mess. Anyway, Mr. Russell, I don't want to keep you here for too long. And of course, you don't have to answer now. But I should tell you that given your opinions, I have no doubt that joining us would be the wise decision.
I'll think about it, but consider me interested.
That's very good to hear, Mr. Russell. My assistant David will send you more details, and we should have dinner soon to discuss everything further. And now, I'm afraid I have to get back to my work. Sadly, the world doesn't really stop getting warmer on Sundays. Thank you for coming, Mr. Russell. Feel free to stay as long as you want. And expect a call soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russell.
This is an Edward Hopper, right?
Indeed. I keep that painting there as a reminder of the problems of that time. How progress also brought loneliness and alienation. He expressed it so beautifully. It's a reminder of what we need to avoid in the next cycle. When technology once again changes the social fabric of the world, we cannot make the same mistake. We must put ourselves first.
I couldn't agree more. Enough blind steps. Joanna.
Yes. A very sad moment for us all. She was an incredible professional, and a great woman as well. I wish I had known what was happening in her mind. I guess I was too busy managing everything. What have you heard about her?
More than I should. I wish I could say more, but you should be aware of the TSB.
I didn't expect you picked sides yet. But here you are. I appreciate this. You don't need to say more. Withhold information from them? Wait for me to contact you. You are doing the right thing. We won't allow them to destroy everything we've built.
That looks like Joanna's apartment building. Amazing. Different seeds of the same building, all procedurally generated.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. Take care. We'll be in touch soon.
So, you're worried about the future, but have no faith in politics, am I right?
You could say that, Mr. Russell. It's a complex situation. I don't pretend to have all the answers. I think the world as we know it is about to change. And just like it has happened to every powerful civilization, once weakened, a new ideology takes over. If this ideology is a response to decadence and despair, then we risk a return to the Dark Ages. But if we find a new way through enlightenment, there is hope. We have to get ahead of them, bring the good news, so resentment doesn't take over. We have to use science and technology in humanity's favor. Govern through intelligence, not fear. A new ideology will happen, and we have to make sure it's a good one. You know, I sometimes think you're the missing link in all this. The link between science and the human soul. Between numbers and poetry. I think your research can change the world. Help me create a better future, Mr. Russell.
Looks like a multi-use landing site. If I'm not mistaken, that's Joanna's childhood home. A military vehicle? A lot of people predict this will have a drastic impact on the household and construction markets, but the real thing is off-world colonization.
Why did she ask for all these files?
I have no idea. She did have access to everything, but it's very technical stuff, completely out of her area. It's like super complex. Hard to read even for me, and I'm an engineer.
And the notes on these paragraphs. Singularity? Unethical?
Yeah, I think...
Shh.
Russell.
Hi, Tom.
Hi. The password didn't work.
Oh, damn. I thought I had it.
And not only that, we put our whole operation at risk. The attempts probably didn't go unnoticed. You know how it is. We can't compete with their infrastructure. You have to be very careful, Russell. There's a lot at stake here.
I know.
You haven't given us a single thing we can use. I thought your subjective approach would be more effective.
It just needs time. Each person is like a small labyrinth. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things.
Well, I really hope you do. We don't want to pull the plug on you.
I'll get right on it.
Do that. And I have a new task for you. Where are you right now?
Oh, I went out shopping. Tired of the same shirt.
You're funny, Russell. All right. Can you meet me?
Well, maybe in an hour or so, after I'm done here.
Okay, forget it. Listen, I need you to find something on the husband, Alex. He was with us at first, but now he's gone dark. Maybe he's afraid of something, or maybe he's just angry. In any case, if you give us some leverage on him, we might get him speaking. I have a feeling he knows more than he told us.
I see.
I'm sending you his address. Don't push him too much, though. And of course, keep us out of it.
I understand.
Okay, Russell? Don't fail us this time. And make sure to be transparent with everything. I'll be waiting for your call.
Sure. Bye, Tom. An old industrial neighborhood.
You're good to go. You can use elevator A.